Anyways, sorry. Okay guys, so I just want to point out this video started as a clean your engine video, but I did not anticipate that we'd actually be taking apart the entire engine, but I guess we're going to show you how to take off a cylinder head. We broke down at a gas station because we ripped the starter in half, so now the car won't even start, won't even run, but we towed it back and now we're gonna try and paint it up, because if the engine doesn't run, you might as well look good. So I'm calling in Lugna Louie.
Now we have to take off the exhaust manifold again. Okay, so these bolts right here are so stuck in there that we really hurt our fingers trying to get them off. So instead we got to take the entire head out and put it into a machine shop.
He's gone. Okay, so first steps first, we gotta take off the plug wires, and I always make sure that I label them so that I know which plug wire goes to which spark plug. So this one is number 1 because it's at the front of the engine. It goes 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is at the back. That's a 4. It's not something else.
Now that all our plug wires are unplugged, we can take off the cover of the valves, which is right, it's this thing right here.
There's like 12 of these. They're 10 mil. These come off much nicer than those other ones. Look at that, just by hand.
Roterande flakt och drivermar.
That roughly translates to, your mother is a goat, where's my ham? In Swedish.
Alright, now that we got the bolts off, we can take off the valve cover.
Oh yeah. Look at that!
Oh, it's a secret weapon.
Wow. It's like a beautiful machine.
Look at inside of this. It's like the inside of a seashell.
Wow. Look at that.
Can I lick it?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this is called your camshaft. Basically, as the engine spins, these twist around and they're kind of like egg-shaped. So they push down on these little springs here, and then that fires the cylinders, I think. I don't really know. Okay, well, with this out of the way, we're gonna have to take off this cover. I think it might be covering like a belt or a chain or something. I don't really know. This is my first time taking apart a Volvo engine, but we'll see. It's just some more 10mm bolts. They come off easy enough. Oh no. Well, we're never getting that back again. Okay. I don't know if we'll be able to get this thing off. We might have to take off this. Alright, let's do it. Now that this shroud is out of the way, I can take off this fan, which is held on by 4 10mm bolts here. Oh. Alright, all the bolts are out, so this should just come right out. That's what the fan of a Volvo 240 looks like. That this fan shroud is out of the way, we can actually get some work done.
And now it's time for a tale of adventure and excitement with Lugnut Louie.
Once upon a time, the good sockets of Socketville were being oppressed by a giant wrench.
So they hired a brave and fearless young screwdriver.
He gathered 5 smooth nuts,
fought a great battle with the giant wrench and vanquished him into the depths of the engine.
The sockets were overjoyed at the triumph of their hero and made him the king of all of Socketville.
And the renowned screwdriver looked out over all his domain. But legends say that one day the
Evil and twisted fallen wrench may one day rise again.
Join us next time for the noble tragedy of Zadok the Rivet Popper and the ill-fated wrench.
I'm drawing a picture of the engine. This is the front of it, so that's the fan. And then this way I don't lose track of all my bolts. That's my fan. Alright, so now with the fan off, this thing can kind of be loose. See this bolt right here? This is holding in the cam. So we have to take that bolt out. And well, I don't know what happens after that. We'll see. I just pulled off some belts and things. And I got this little pulley off. But the footage was way too horrendous to show you guys, so we had to cut it out. But anyways, here's where we're at. So I pulled this timing belt off, and now we're gonna try and pull this thing off, I guess. I don't really know what this is, but it spins pretty good.
All right, we've almost got this bolt off here. Just gonna take a little bit more loosening. Good.
Oh, I got it. So now we just pull this guy out. Then this pulley comes off.
Whoa.
Wow! Look at all the dirt that's in there. That's probably not good. So now I'm gonna put this in a safe place. That's good. Good and safe. We gotta take off all 10 of these little bolts, and then this whole cylinder head will just pop right off. And
Okay, so we were gonna take off the cylinder head, but what we didn't realize is that the entire intake manifold has to come off first. So that's gonna take a little while. We'll start with the distributor cap right here, and listen to this sound. It's just the most lovely sound.
Nice.
so you're probably wondering why I'm down here. I'm down here because we're ready to take off the cylinder head, but it's full of water, so we gotta drain the radiator first. So, without further ado, it went in my eye!
Right, so we were having trouble at first getting the coolant hose off, but then 5-speed Frank came along and sort of helped us win the day.
This absolute unit just like manhandled that tube and got it off. Now all the antifreeze and coolant is down there.
Look at that, it's just enough to fit.
So now that all that's out of this, we can take off the cylinder head. So let's do it.
This is the...
So I already loosened these bolts, so they should come out pretty easily. Oh, there you go. Now we're just gonna pull out this cylinder head!
the big stuff.
Yeah! Yes! It's so heavy! And oily! But I've never been happier in my life. Oh man, look at this beauty. Look at that. That's your camshaft, full of oil. Oh, it's oiling all over my shoe.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Can I take a? I kind of need.
Can I get a feel of that?
Yeah,
too?
man.
Oh, dude, this is actually heavy.
Okay, so with the head off, you can see this is a 4-cylinder engine. These are the 4 cylinders, and basically, as the engine rotates, there's like a thing called the crankshaft, and the crankshaft is attached to all of these pistons. And so, as it spins, the pistons go up and down in the cylinders, and right in here, there's like, this is where the spark plug kind of goes in there.
Okay.
And the spark plug has like the fuel, or it has the spark, and then your gas and air and spark, and then it ignites, and that's what pushes the cylinder back down. It's pretty crazy. And that's basically how an engine works. Alright, so it's day 2. And I woke up this morning and decided, what better way to spend the morning than detaching all the wires and lines from the intake manifold. So I'm working on my last bolt right now, and then this thing is ready to take out. Drat. Okay, never mind. Looks like we still got some more work ahead of us. I disconnected the fuel rail, and so that was kind of dumb because fuel just went everywhere and all over my arm. But now this is ready to finally come out. But as you can see, I labeled everything with tape, so I know exactly where everything goes. Ah! This is so hard to take off! Ah! New approach. Disconnect every wire until this thing comes out. Wow! There's a lot of wires down here. Alright. The next new plan. Alright, so what we're gonna do, just gonna leave it in place because it can't move. And we just take a wire brush and we polish it up. Alright, so it looks a little bit better. That's about as much as you can do with a wire brush on a drill. So now, I need some help. Hey, Lugnut Louie?
Yeah?
You wanna give me some help here?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
So, a toothbrush with some engine degreaser works fantastic. Okay, it's day 3, and today we're gonna go buy some gaskets and things, and yeah, hopefully they have some in stock. Alright guys, so we're just gonna load up this cylinder head. Oh man, it's pretty heavy! As you can see, I've placed bags so that it doesn't get messy. There we go. Alright, well, I took the cylinder head to the machine shop and they're working on it, but I gotta wait for a little while, so we're just gonna go on a hike, I guess. Alright, so it's day 4. I got some help.
How's it going, Rust Bucket Redemption? My name is Radiator Randall. Well, tell the audience what we're working on today.
Alright guys, so today it's kind of raining, but we got this nice tarp above us. So we're just gonna paint up some engine parts because, you know, I'm still waiting for gaskets and stuff. And so, like, might as well not waste a day.
Absolutely.
Paint some parts.
Let's paint some parts. Alright guys, today we're here with a pretty greasy, pretty dirty valve cover right here. It's from Volvo. That's the company that made it. So yeah, that's pretty good. We got some Engine Bright engine degreaser. We're not sponsored, unfortunately, but hey, hit us up, alright? And we're just gonna be hitting it a little bit right here. So here we go.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I can
This
tell
comes right off.
it's already working.
Gorgeous.
Beauty.
Say, how's that looking, Rusty Pete?
Oh man, I think that's gonna clean up real nice.
See that cloth right there?
That means it's working.
That's a job well done.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, it's looking pretty shiny there. There's a couple of spots that look a little bit too shiny, but are you gonna paint this part?
Yep.
That's good.
Alright, so we cleaned it up pretty good with the degreaser. I would recommend using degreaser because, you know, it works pretty well. But now we want to paint it, but it's not going to stick to this greasy stuff. So we got to spray it off with some water. I'd say that's pretty good. I got a little bit wet, but now we can dry it off and paint it. Alright, so paper towels would be ideal, but I couldn't find any, so we got microfiber cloths. And wow, look at that, just dries right off.
You know what? That just looks fantastic, I gotta say. Gotta hand it to you, Rusty Pete.
Oh, thank you very much, but it's gonna look even better in just a second.
Alright, time to paint.
I'll come up.
Alright, the head is painted, now onto the fan. This one goes out to all our fans.
Terrific.
Looks like it's time to paint the valve cover. Now it is in my personal opinion that this might be the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life. Just feast your eyes upon that.
Guys,
Absolutely stunning.
I think this is the most incredible thing I've ever done in my life. Just look at that.
Volvo.
That has been day 4. We're gonna call it a day.
Absolutely. I want to thank Rusty Pete for letting me come over here. And hey, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and continue following the channel.
Okay guys, so it's day 5. My cylinder head is still not done. My car parts are still not in. And I don't want to waste the day, so I'm gonna do something really cool to this valve cover. Alright, so as you can see, we got this valve cover here. It's all blue. Looks good, but I got 80 grit sandpaper. I'm just gonna do the tops of these letters. Make it look even better. Alright, so I sanded down the letters. Look at that. Amazing. And that concludes day 5. Alright, so it's day 5 or 6. I don't really know, I kind of lost track. But anyways, good news is, look at this. All of our parts came in. We got all these gaskets. So we're gonna put those in. And we also got this brand new starter. Pretty excited. Gonna put this in, and then hopefully we can make it run. Alright, well, I don't want to really bore you guys, and this video is already pretty long, so I'm just gonna stick it together and I'll show it to you when it's all put back together. So it is the final day, and we tuned it thanks to Handy Dan here. Now it runs, kind of, finally, and we're gonna show you the finished product. All right, you ready for this? Wow! You see, we got the blue valve cover. We painted this matte black. We got new hardware. Pretty good. We cleaned up all the dust. You know, it's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Now we're gonna fire this thing up. All right, hit it. Wow. That runs terrible.
Yeah, but it used to be a lot worse. You know, we got it to an idle of about 750 RPMs, and it was only before it was only at 500. So, you know, at least it runs and idles now. I mean, you have to give it a few pumps of the throttle when you start it up, but she runs. Well, I guess now all we have to do is.
Alright, now we have to take out the exhaust manifold.
That's not an exhaust manifold. That's cake.